Hey everyone, thank you for following us over to the website to basically listen to me and answer more of your questions. We're going to start it off with the Liverpool 11s of captains, Si.
Yep.
So basically, they need to have captained Liverpool or their country. He's put a rule in that says for at least 5 games. So this is Adam Boland, sorry. They need to have been a captain for 5 games. That was too hard, so we just kind of sacked that bit off. But let's hear your team of captains.
So I've got Pepe Reina in goal.
Yeah,
captain
same.
Liverpool a few times. I've got Carragher right back.
Same.
Hippier, Van Dijk, Robertson.
Yeah.
Same.
Gerard Mascherano.
Oh, I haven't put Mascherano. I put Alonso. I don't know if he was a captain.
No, Alonso wasn't a captain.
For Spain?
No, he didn't. I'm pretty
Bayern
sure
Munich?
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure he was captain of Bayern Munich.
Lam was the captain of Bayern Munich, wasn't he? Maybe he wore the armband once or twice, but...
Well, once is good enough.
Coutinho.
Who did he captain?
Liverpool. Captain Liverpool quite a few times last season.
Ah!
Mane.
Mane, yeah, I've got Mane.
He's captain Senegal and Fowler and Suarez.
Yeah, same. So I'll put Keita. I've got Alonso, Gerrard, Keita in there. I'm sure Alonso was captain of Bayern Munich at some point. The rest is the exact same. Have you got any different ones, Bailey?
No, I've got the exact same as Si, apart from I've got Keita in there instead of Fowler and Suarez up top.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many great captains. They are the pick of the bunch, though, to be fair. I mean, if you think about just the amount of leaders in that team, I'd love to see that play for Liverpool. I mean, my team, especially, we've got the same back 5, all of us, but then Alonso, Gerrard, Keita for me, wow. Yeah. First and foremost, and then Mane, Suarez, Fowler. There's just goal scorers in there, just consistent goal scorers. Right, so Miles Tarbox asks, what would you do to have Aubrey back at Redmen, so?
It'd be great to have him back, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
But I got his job.
Yes,
so would it be like if another job came available, I'd love Aubrey to take it because he's absolutely brilliant at what he does. I know you've probably seen him a lot of the time. He used to do the starting 11 every week, and he used to be on the shows, and he's really good at talking about his foot. He's funny. He's only little. He looks quite funny as well. But he's actually
Sheldon Cooper.
Yeah.
Is it Sheldon?
No, Leonard.
Sorry.
Yeah. But he was actually brilliant at his job as well. He taught both of us so much. Like he's a few years older than us. He went to school with Paul and Chris, and we're a little bit younger. But he's like how creative his mind is in terms of creating videos. He now works. He directs adverts, and he'll probably go up and up from there. I think like he wants to make his own films basically. And I've seen a few of his. Like he's entered a couple of competitions that are like 20-second shorts and little short films and stuff that he's made. He really is absolutely brilliant at what he does.
I remember the first time we did a kit launch ages ago, and it was one of the first times I went on location with Redmen TV. I was sat there and I got the basics. I was stood at the front of the stage and I got everything I thought I needed. Everything. I was like, I'll be able to make an edit out of this. And then Aubrey was just walking around with a camera, and I was like, what? Why is he walking around? What's he doing? Like, why is he doing that? And then I got to the edit, and I was like, I just don't have enough footage. I don't know. I've got the basics, but I can't do anything with it because I need cutaways. And I looked at all of Aubrey's footage, and it was the perfect stuff that I needed. And that day just taught me overshoot. Yeah. Just keep shooting stuff, overshoot everything, get all the cutaways you need. That was one of the biggest lessons. Yeah, I remember we went round and did the Happy video, and that was funny. Basically, he organised it all with a dance school in Liverpool, and got loads of girls down to dance in front of us as I got pulled along in a wheelchair on camera. But yeah, it'd be great to have him back. Just someone who. We love making all the creative short stuff. Like me and Bailey have made a few recently. He's brilliant at that. Just know how to do all this stuff. So it would be great to have him back. Paul James anyway says, if you could create a new holiday, who would it honour and who or what would it represent? I'd make one in the summer, just so when it's hot, you have at least one day you don't need to go into work, or even the 25th of May is a holiday for Liverpool fans only. I've done a cop out of this. I've just said, everyone just gets a day. You can take it off whenever you want, no questions asked. You just go, it's me day. Yeah. And no one can say a word. You can do whatever you want.
Can't
Obviously,
be arsed day.
Yeah. Just literally, I'm not coming into work today. Why? Well, I've got me can't be arsed day today.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, no, okay. And just everyone gets that one day of a year where they can just maybe they're not feeling too great.
Yeah.
Maybe it's they know that they're going out the night before, and you just go, look, this is my day.
Sorry, can't be asked today. And then there's nothing anyone can say about it. It's the law.
Yeah, it's the law. You get
and
one.
if they try and make you come into work, then you can go on strike and get them done for. Oh yeah.
There you go. I'd love that. I'd love that as a holiday. I mean, I don't know how it'd work. There'd be huge swaths of unhappy bosses, but I think that'd be a great thing.
Yeah, I think it would as well. What about my birthday?
Okay, just everyone gets the day off to celebrate your birthday.
Yep.
What if it's someone else's birthday?
But then it's their birthday as well.
The holiday's called Si's birthday.
If you could create a new holiday, so I'm in charge of this. Paul James has put me in charge of this when I ask the question, then I'm going to say it's my birthday. And then if anyone says why, just say, oh, Simon got put in charge of creating a new holiday, and that's what he picked.
Yeah, it's Si's birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Si, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I kind of like that.
Get some gigs on all around the city and that.
Do you reckon all the bands would just be like, oh, it's Si's birthday, we'll do it for free?
Yeah. Like Matthew Street.
Yeah. Glastonbury.
Yeah.
For a day.
Yeah.
Bailey, what's your holiday, mate?
So I'm from Northampton, as you can tell. I'm not from Liverpool.
Really? I thought that was just a speech impediment.
Cameras aren't on your socks though, are they?
There you go.
Bang. But no, in Northampton where we live, football culture there, especially international football culture, is every single person I'm from a village in Northampton called Rothwell. There's about 20,000 people there. There's 4 pubs in Rothwell, and every World Cup and every Euros, that entire place is filled. Like the pubs are filled with thousands of people, and we have like a market square. It's like an old market town, and it's packed with people for the football. So mine it's coming home time. So I would literally have the entire World Cup / Euro period just off work, where you can literally just go out and go on the booze for 4 to 6 weeks straight.
I do like that because I actually did that in the last World Cup. I think I took 2 weeks off in that period of time, and I just got drunk and watched football all day. It was great. I'd love that as a holiday. I mean, how long would this holiday last? A month?
As long as England are in the World Cup or the Euros, mate. To be
Just
honest.
England?
Yeah, it wouldn't last very long then,
yeah,
would
well...
it?
No, because
You're resting your hopes on...
It's weird because obviously there's the international football debate, it's a completely different story, but I don't care for any international football until we're either in the Euros or the World Cup because of the culture around the area that I live, and it's amazing. Like it's like going, like when you go into it's different watching a game at home than it is going to Anfield to watch a game. It's a completely different experience. It's the same as that, like because of how many people go out and get involved with all the international football in my area. Like it's amazing. And like it was like that's like the highlight of the summer.
Well, fair enough. I mean, yeah, some pretty good answers in there. Christopher Jackson, you're making a horror movie, a spine-chilling whodunit. I like that phrase, spine-chilling whodunit. A Machin Pajak production. It's not. It's a Fletcher Dutton production this week. The Liverpool squad is your cast. Sorry, I'm Bailey. Sure. Who's the killer? Who's the hero? Who dies first? What have you gone for?
I didn't really see this question, so I'm making it up off the spot. The hero is Mo Salah.
Okay.
Because he just is, isn't he? He's like he's the figurehead. He's who it's all about. Who's the killer? Fabinho.
Wow.
Have you seen his eyes?
I know, yeah.
He's got like I wouldn't want to come up against him if I was playing footy. Like he's got that stare, hasn't he? Like he's a big fella. He's bald.
What's wrong with being bald? Sorry.
It just looks like
No, there's nothing wrong with being bald.
Steal of words.
But mix the baldness with them eyes, and there's just something a bit scary
like
about
Uncle
it.
Fester.
Menacing. Yeah, kind of like Uncle Fester. Kind of like someone else that I can't really think of.
A bald man with crazy eyes.
Yeah,
my dad.
So who dies first?
Mignolet.
Is that just because you want him to die first?
No, I don't want him. No, I don't want anyone in Liverpool team to die. But he's just the most pathetic, isn't he?
Well, that was harsh. I didn't say you wanted him to die.
I know he doesn't die first, but Mignolet is the one in Shaun of the Dead who gets pulled out the window.
Yeah,
the boyfriend with the glasses. That's Mignolet.
His intestines get ripped out.
Yeah, that's Mignolet, innit?
Okay, well, I've gone for the killer as Virgil van Dijk. Just because you're not stopping him. He's like Michael Myers.
Yeah.
He'll just walk through. He'll just walk. He never runs.
Yeah.
So he just walks towards
Picking
you.
people up and strangling them
Exactly.
and then just dropping them as if nothing's happened.
He's always in the right position to do it as well.
Yeah.
The hero is Alisson because of you've seen him. He is Superman.
Yeah,
he is genuine. Well, you could imagine him stood up with a cape, you know what I mean, with his slick back hair and his beard. And then the person who dies first is Trent Alexander-Arnold, and what happens is he galvanises the hero Alisson. He's like, this is the hometown boy. He's a young boy, and you've killed him, Virgil van Dijk. How dare you? And then eventually Virgil van Dijk scuppered by Alisson's just brilliance.
Yeah. Okay.
Have you got one, Bailey?
Yeah, so I've turned heel. I've gone James Milner as the killer.
What?
Because no one would expect it.
Okay.
If you were going to be a killer, you'd be like Milner, wouldn't you? Mr. Squeaky Clean, like complete the full package of no one's going to suspect anything that I do because I'm so nice on the outside. My hero is Alisson, like you've said, because he literally is just the most beautiful man. Call me. Who dies first? Bobby Firmino. Because he's like the sort of anti-hero, like what Milner hates. Well, Milner's the good guy, Mr. Squeaky Clean, goody. Firmino's covered in tattoos. He's sort of a bit, that his dress sense is all sort of flary. He's the opposite of what Milner is, where Milner's plain and sensible. Firmino is flary and tattoos and all that stuff. So I think he hates Firmino.
He's the antithesis of James Milner.
Exactly.
Okay. Interesting. Let us know who got the best one. The answer is none of us. Anyway, we'll move on. Bailey asked this question because we were struggling for questions. He said, who's your top 3 bands and your top 3 movies? I really struggled with this.
So you said you changed it to top 3 artists in general,
so it's just to clarify, it doesn't have to be a band, it could be just your favourite musician in general.
So it's probably the Beatles is number 1, and then the Coral and Bob Marley and the Wailers.
Bob Marley, there it is. I struggled so much with this. I've gone Third Eye Blind because I used to listen to them all. I could probably recite every single song that they ever did. Listen to them, you might think less of me, it's fine. Suicide Machines are like a pop punk, proper, more punky than pop though. Really good band. The bass lines and that, they got me into that style of music. And then Kings of Leon, their old stuff.
I love Kings of Leon. The first 2 albums especially are absolutely incredible.
Fun fact,
I still listen to it all.
I named my brother's middle name Caleb.
Really?
Yeah, after Caleb Followill.
Nice. Okay. And then who's your bands, Bailey?
So my bands, I went for Rolling Stones because they are my all-time favourite band. Second was Arctic Monkeys.
Okay, nice.
Sort of more modern take.
Same. The first 2 albums are absolutely incredible.
Yeah, exactly. Like the newest album's not my thing, but those, like the other albums, I was trying to think of bands that I can go back and listen to and just not, I can still not get bored of it, even though it's 5, 6, 7 years old. And then third, it was a toss-up between either Nirvana or the Smiths.
Yeah,
because they're such different sound, but like I listen to them both equally, but for different reasons. So
you asked the question. You asked for 3. You give us 4 there.
If I had to cut one, it'd probably be Nirvana. I think just because I've never found a band that has ever imitated the Smiths sound.
Fair enough.
Like there's a few that I absolutely adore, like Bob, like classic, like Bob Dylan, Johnny Cash, Neil Young, Neil Young, people like that. That I'd feel a bit of a fraud putting them in, even though I listen to them all the time. The back catalogues are that big. You could play loads of their songs to me and I still wouldn't know who they were because there's just that much music of them to listen to. That I'd feel a bit of a fraud to say, oh, they're my favourite band, because then someone who is a proper huge fan of them would be like, oh well, have you heard this really obscure song? And I'd be like, no. Whereas I think the Beatles and the Coral, and then probably mostly a Bob Marley as well. I could pretty much name most of the songs. Yeah. No,
fair enough. And then obviously leave us yours. We're really interested to know as well. Top 3 movies. What we all gone for?
See, my top 3 are really obvious choices, but it's because they're absolutely amazing films.
Should we try and guess size then if they're obvious?
Well, Shawshank Redemption.
Yep.
Is that one of them?
Forrest Gump.
Yep.
And it's what's the last one? Is it Leon?
No, more obvious than that.
More obvious than, so it's on a Toy Story?
No.
Give me a clue.
Pulp Fiction.
Is that?
Yeah.
Oh, that wasn't a clue.
That wasn't a clue. That was just the answer. I could be bothered.
You always picked up Shawshank and Forrest Gump
because the 3 absolutely incredible films.
Oh no, they're great.
They're my 3 favourite films because the 3 are the best films.
You don't
ever
watch
made.
films ever. Every film I've ever told you to watch, you've said it was terrible.
That's not true. That's not true.
Go on. Well,
is there anything wrong with that?
Like, no,
is it a bit boring to pick them 3 as your favourite films?
No, I mean it's mainstream.
I'm not gonna lie and say like some like shit films my favourite film just to try and sound cool. To me, 3 favourite films.
Yeah.
Anything wrong with that?
No.
Go on, Bailey.
The various reasons when you want mine.
Yeah.
So I went for all three of mine Christopher Nolan films because I think he's the best director ever. So I have The Dark Knight as the first one, Inception, and Interstellar.
Interstellar's fantastic.
I had a couple of outliers, which sort of ties into Dallas Buyers Club is one of my favourite films of all time, and anything Quentin Tarantino. I think he's never ever made a bad film, and I think it'd either be Pulp Fiction or.
I love The Hateful Eight,
I watched that for the first time the other day.
Yeah,
it's brilliant,
it's fantastic.
And it's either that or Django. I think probably the second sort of favourite film.
Yeah.
I love Inglourious Bastards as well.
Tarantino. I'm more of a fan of directors. Like if you really like a director as well, because I love Christopher Nolan and Tarantino. You just like anything they do. You love it.
Yeah, no, fair enough. I've gone with Leon the Professional. I've
never heard of that. What is that?
It's basically about a hitman. Who
it's very good.
It's about a hitman who kind of gets tied up with a girl whose family gets murdered by this brilliant character that Gary Oldman portrays, just unbelievable. And it's about him and his trials and tribulations with that girl. Yeah, brilliant.
Natalie Portman. She's about 10 or 12 or something like that.
So
it's a great film. Yeah,
she's so good. Book of Eli. So I hate it, but it's honestly, I can sit down and watch that every single day of the week.
Very good.
You're going to start fights here.
Go and watch it. Go and watch it. Everyone go and watch it.
I just didn't think it was very good.
Don't listen to Sarah.
It's
fantastic. It's so good. And Greasy Strangler, right? If no one's ever heard of this film, I implore you, right? Watch it. Get through half an hour. You're going to sit there and think it's weird. It is weird. Half an hour of this film. Go and watch it.
World class.
Enjoy it. Yeah. Don't right, it's weird. You might get bored in there's 2 or 3 scenes in the film where I sit there and go, alright, end the scene now. But the rest of the scenes are just fantastic.
It's just amazing. I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
I can't be bothered trying to explain it.
No, you can't.
It's called The Greasy Strangler. Find it, watch it.
But just watch it. You will not regret it.
And then tweet us to let us know you've watched it, and I'll be made up that someone's watched it on my recommendation or on Tom's recommendation, because it's great.
Bailey, you need to watch it yourself. It is
we'll do.
So good. And then to end it, Andreas PG Savland. There's loads of umlauts in this, so I definitely pronounced your name wrong. With our upcoming tight game schedule in December and early January in mind, which player in our starting 11 would you not want to rotate? For me, the answer would be VVD. I believe Lovren and Matt are great backups, but with the 6-week-long absence of our second best centre-back Gomez, I think Virgil needs to play as many minutes as possible. Who have you gone with?
It's Van Dijk. So I've kind of took this as, if you could pick a player that you can play as much as you want without them getting tired or injured, then who would it be? And I think Van Dijk is 100% top of the list, because especially with Gomez being injured, I just think you've seen how much of an impact Van Dijk's had on our side. And then Firmino and Milner as well. Yeah, you've seen Bobby getting a bit tired. He hasn't been in a great run of form, but I think he has been tired. He's had so much pressure put on him to play so many games, and even going back to last season, and he didn't get any sort of pre-season really. He was away with Brazil, even though he didn't play that much for them in the World Cup. And then Milner as well. He's so important to us. He can fill in any position, and he knows exactly what to do. You've run out of superlatives to say about James Milner. He's incredible, but also I think the older he's getting, the more likely he is to get tired. So if I could pick one player who couldn't get tired or injured, they'd be the 3.
Yeah, I've got Virgil, Gini and Firmino. Firmino for the exact same reasons. I don't think we've still not found a replacement for him. No one plays that position like he can, in terms of dropping off into the 10 and being that player who can play the passes. Obviously Sturridge is alright at it, but Bobby Firmino is just in another world. No one's equating to him in world football for me in terms of that position. We need him. If he got injured tomorrow or tonight, let's say, there's no replacing him. Gini Wijnaldum, just purely because I think he's been our best midfielder. I feel like he can play every single role in that midfield, whether it be the number 6, whether it's the number 8, whether it's the further forward number 8. I feel like he can do it all, and he's another one with just legs on him, just legs for days, and he's putting in shifts, showing us that he can be this all-round box-to-box midfielder, but he's also he's fantastic. Understated performances sometimes, and that's what you need in his position a lot of the time, so it's just really good to see. Bailey, your thoughts?
See, I went for Alisson because I think the impact that guy's had is just. I think it's you can talk about outfield players and their role, but like I think points saved this season and the impact that he's had on making Van Dijk better, making Gomez better, Robertson, just having a guy at the back that you can look to and be like, well, this guy's going to get us out of jail when we need him to. We're going to do our best to work for him, but he works so hard for the team, and he's just like he is on Van Dijk's level of just sort of iconism. Like the players must look at him and be like, you're just a brilliant footballer. And like, you keep Karius and Mignolet in the team like from last season. We are nowhere near second. We are nowhere near.
No, I don't think we are either.
So that was why I chose.
It's so obvious, like the influence he has on the defence and the confidence he instills to the rest of the team and his distribution and his command and presence and set pieces and stuff. But he's actually got the highest save percentage in the league as well. Yeah, 85% of his shots on target he's saved, which shows that he's just completely like. That's while he's made some good saves. You can't deny he's made some good saves. You wouldn't have thought that the saving would be the biggest part of his game because everything else is so good. You would have said, oh, maybe De Gea's got higher saves or whoever, the Chelsea goalie, Arsenal goalie. But yeah, it showed Alisson's the best goalie in the league at the minute on everything. Yeah, no, every part of his game. He
is unreal. I think every single. Let's just have the whole team. The whole team be fit. I want Gomez back. I want Gomez just to be that player and him never to get injured ever again because he's fantastic. But that has been the podcast, the extra part of the podcast. Obviously, thank you everyone for listening. Thank you for following us over.
Get your comments in for next week's podcast and Q&A in the comments below. And actually, if you've come over from the YouTube and watched this for free, let us know in the comments if you have, because it'd be interesting to know how many people actually have come over and watched it off the YouTube. And get your questions in for next week. It should be Paul and Chris back next week.
Yeah, they'll be back and raring to go and less inebriated probably. I literally had half a can.
I had about a sip of it and thought that's going to my head. I can't have any more.
You might have seen, this is just for all you people who've come over. We had to stop quite a few times in this video purely because we just lost our train of thought in the moments after taking a first sip of beer, which never usually happens. But I've never done a podcast
I like to think that I can handle my ale, but we started this podcast at 11:30 in the morning, and I'd like a little bit of a butty before it, and then I drank this 6% IPA. So
it is nice though, genuinely. It's actually really
gorgeous,
good.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Go over, get on it. We're not just saying that because there are sponsors, even though we can't.
They're not even a sponsor on this show, so
there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Nice one everyone for listening, and we'll see you next time. Ta-ra.